men, a new era is upon us. Get ready for the future.
Pedal to the metal, hear them horses kicking. Don't stop. Don't stop. You know what to do.
Welcome back to another episode of Man vs. Marriage. It is I, your humble servant, the Q Dog in some circles. As you know, it's the Q Diggity Dog. Listen, I'm very excited to talk to you right now about this special edition of Man versus Marriage. I want you to stick with me. It's going to be a very short episode. But gentlemen, start your engines. It's time to shift. For the last 8 years, over 400 episodes, the Q Dog has been bringing to your doorstep, to your AirPods, to your Samsung hearing devices, to your Bose headphones or your car audio, tips, guests, strategies, tools, and other things in order to give you the opportunity to become the best husband you can possibly be. And so with that, I'm really excited to talk to you about something that I've hinted at. If you're watching the video on YouTube, you see on my hat, and you will have seen over the course of the last few months, me wearing this gear that says Family Famous. That is the shift, guys. I won't leave you hanging. I've thought long and very deeply about this. I've spent a lot of time praying, even talking with Jeannie about the future of this podcast, because I feel the calling to bring Family Famous to the globe. Sounds very grandiose, and it is. Because thanks to you, this is a global podcast, and I love it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift gears in this space, and I'm going to start bringing to you leadership. I'm going to start bringing to you family leadership, more self-development. I'm going to bring to you what the catchphrase has become, and I'm going to bring to you how to be famous where it matters the most. It's not at work. It's not at church. It's not at the local softball field, although those things can make a valuable impact, but it's about being famous where it matters the most, and that is in your own home. So I'm going to bring to you this brand of legacy, maybe like you have never heard it before. We've definitely talked about it over the course of the last 2 or 3 years. But now it's time to kick this baby into gear. It's time to shift down and hit the gas and really feel the torque of creating a different type of movement within this culture. Because society needs strong men that have integrity, strong men that have internal self-governance. It needs strong men that do the right thing when nobody is looking, because it's the right thing to do. Society needs good Christian men of faith to rise up and to lead their families at home in order to have an effect on culture and society today. I live in the United States of America, and since 2018, 2019, which it started well before then, since that time, there are people out there, there's a body of individuals out there that are trying to confuse society, demonizing men, demonizing a good, healthy patriarchy, demonizing masculinity and pushing that it's toxic. There are problems with men in this world, but it's not just particular to men. So what my endeavor will be, what this will become, is going to be a men's leadership podcast to teach you even further what it means to be famous at home. And you know, based on how you listen, that it starts with you. So I want to teach you how to become a family famous man and what that looks like. I want to teach you how to become a family famous husband through that doorway of man versus marriage. I want to teach you how to become a family famous father, a family famous man of faith, and then teach you what it means to become family famous and how to cast a vision for the future of your family. How to lead your family from the front. How to lead your family with servant leadership. And what I've decided to do is to keep this podcast and this listenership where it is. And so in the coming weeks, I'm going to put out another 10 to 15 man versus marriage episodes. Going to have some guests on to talk about marriage. And I will continue to do some marriage specific podcasts because I believe it's very important. After 400 plus episodes, there's a huge catalog for men and women to go listen and learn from. And eventually I'm going to put out, a book about marriage. And look, Jeannie and I are still figuring things out. We have our foundation. It doesn't mean that we don't have hiccups. It doesn't mean that things are not challenging in our life, but that's what a journey podcast is all about. Was lining up in front of this microphone and talking about what's going on in our journey, and then doing a lot of back and forth of talking these things out in our relationship. And we've had, numerous listeners say, hey, I sort of felt like I was listening to something, like I was listening to a very private conversation that I shouldn't be a part of. I couldn't stop listening. And that's when it started speaking to me. Because in reality, we're not hiding anything here. We have put everything out within reason and brought that to you over the course of these 8 years. And I'm very proud of what we've done. I've always done it as a passion project. I never took on sponsors because I didn't want anybody telling me what to say. The platform didn't grow as quickly as it could have because I had to do it with the limited time that I had to. It had to be a passion project. Family Famous is going to step into the next era for us. And I will be launching the podcast with a book. And that book has been a lot of work. And, probably tonight it's going to go back for a full read to the editing eyes to see what it can, where it needs to shape up, and then get it prepared so that we can put it out there. It's crucial in this day and time that we lead our families, that we're active and that we're engaged, that we're not just allowing the culture outside of our home to dictate to us what's acceptable, but we're actually building what's acceptable at home. And you do that through your own convictions and your own values. You do that by demonstration, by talking about it with your family, and then by living it each and every day, by creating a value system within your home, having those family discussions and talking about why certain things within society. You hear people talking about demonizing social constructs and just pushing against the fabric of our great nation in the United States of America. And frankly, I've had enough of it. And what is my way to impact culture? It's to call the men to rise up and be men. It's to call the men to rise up and step into that place that God has for you to lead your family, and talk about what healthy leadership is. It's one of those things where we can now get together as men and talk about leadership, talk about our challenges outside of marriage, but in life in general, in our professional life, in our lives as fathers. Because parenting a 2-year-old is not the same as parenting an 18 to 23-year-old, 25-year-old. It's different. And so I want to equip you in that way. I want to hear from you in this journey. I want to create a group for us to gather in so that we can share these things and we can help make each other better. And then we can share this leadership group with other men in our lives. It's extremely important that we stand up, take our rightful place as the leaders of our home. And a lot of times, I think in the past, I have looked at it and I've gone, it's like, oh, I've got to know it all. I have to have a heavy hand. I have to be a commanding presence. And the truth is that what you have to do is be the best version of who you are, and live within a place where you have deep convictions about what you believe. You have a significant amount of confidence in who you are, and then you live that in front of your family. And you help your wife in this household blend logic and emotion, so it's a healthy environment. That you don't step into an environment and allow the chaos or the emotions to dictate your attitude and how you live. But you go in as the thermostat and you reset the temperature. That you lead your family, you protect your family. And if you're the one that works, you provide for your family. All with the understanding that God has a version of you. God has a version of me that is complete and not lacking anything. And taking those steps, willingly walking that journey, will help get you to become that man. I love what Ed Milet says, and I am praying that I will attain that same goal, which is when I get to heaven and the Lord introduces me to the man that I was supposed to become, that we're twins. I want to fulfill whatever his good and perfect will is for my life. And through the surrender of your ambition, selfish or not, selfish ambition or healthy ambition, you will allow him to guide you in the way that you should go. And not be afraid to fail. Lead with pure intentions, but lead nonetheless. Feel okay with protecting our women when we're out in public. Feel okay, feel emboldened to stand up if they try to put a young man in your daughter's locker room. And not only speak up, but stand forward in that to protect our wives and our daughters. There is not enough of that I see, and I want to teach you how to do that. I want us to learn together. I want to bring guests on that will talk to us about that brand of leadership. And when it's all said and done, and it's your time to go to the next life, whether you go too early or you die an old man, your legacy will outlive you for many, many years to come. And that you will be famous under your roof, and that will affect your wife and your children in a meaningful way. It will affect your grandchildren. So that would be your children and your children's children and your children's children's children from here on out. Andy Frisella says this, and it's incredible because I let it sink in, and I hope you do too. I'm going to wrap this up here real quick. When you were born, you forever changed human history. It will never be the same because you were here. Now, I want to tell you, you have great things to do, no matter where you find yourself. Because if you're a longtime listener to this program, you know 15, 16 years ago, I'm not the man that I was today. 382 pounds, a people pleaser, zero confidence, no authority in my life because I surrendered it. I was an emotional man believing lies in my life that were holding me back, that were causing me to be unhealthy. So my relationship was struggling with my wife. My relationship with my children was struggling. I was out searching for things that I could find at home, but I didn't realize that's what I was after, which was that affirmation from the people who love me. Bringing into focus those who matter most to me and where winning is done. And then going out and winning outside of your home because you've got your home. You have leadership established in your home. I'm here to tell you by far, it's not perfect. The expectation is not that you or your wife or your kids make all the perfect choices because sometimes we've got to fail in order to learn in this life. But that's the point. It's about learning, growing, and moving forward. And man, it's been quite a ride with Man versus Marriage. I have evangelized this since the day that it started with the full belief that who you are is not who you have to be. And that if Jeannie and I can make it through the mountains and valleys of adversity that we have by choosing, that you can do the same. And I will forever be grateful that God put it on my heart to start that marriage podcast, and that you guys listen, and that you guys reach out, and that you guys' lives are changing. I'm so deeply thankful for that. So let's carry it on. Let's carry it forward. You're not going to have to go anywhere differently to get the podcast because it's going to be coming right to this feed. The artwork's going to change. The look is going to change. I endeavor to get all the Man versus Marriage episodes, artwork taken care of, so those are easily distinguishable, and then we move forward. So I'm thrilled for that. You can still email me at quincy@mvsmpodcast.com to share your thoughts or to submit topics. I'm going to put out a notice, probably drop an episode about when the book is going to launch, and that will launch simultaneously with the launch of the new podcast. And once that is done, I'm asking you to share the link for the book with as many men as possible, and let's grow this platform to positively affect our families, number one, and then our culture as well. Whether you're in the United States of America or you're around one of the 97 countries, the 97 other countries that listen to this, I'm calling you to the front. I'm calling you to be the man that God has created you to be. I'm calling you to get on that journey, to meet that you in heaven and be a twin. I'm calling you to rise up no matter where you find yourself right now. Even if you're a brand new listener, let's go do this thing together. God bless you guys. Whew. God bless you, fellas. Remember Galatians chapter 6, 9 through 10. If you don't know what it is by heart, go look it up, read it, live it. And I'm living in Psalm 139 right now, just living in it. So God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of Man vs. Marriage, the podcast. And I look forward to the future of what we are going to build together, teaching you to be famous where it matters the most. And that's at home. That's it, baby. The Q-Dog is out. Roll Tide.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, boys.
Hey, that's why I'm on this rock, still casting this vision. Some say I'm just a man and I make no difference. They call me a dreamer, say I'm wasting all my minutes, but my dream is massive now, it ain't got no ceilings. Jesus has called my name, turned it into a mission. He guides my steps, there's no time for sitting. I won't stop, I gotta get it, get it.